Paul, one of those afternoons where if it wasn't for a costly error, things could have gone differently.
Well, we'll never know how it might have changed the game. We didn't make a play, obviously, and then we couldn't get off the field. I don't know if I've ever seen, 2 outs, 2 strikes, 0-2 count, nobody on base, and then 8 runs. It's just one of those oddities of the game that's, when it goes against you, it hurts a lot because you do think about what might have been, and they just strung together a good at-bat. I think they got bats walked, and then they had 5, 6 hits in a row or whatever it was. And it put us in a bad spot. You try to remind the guys you got a lot of baseball left, but that's a big hill to climb. So we'll figure out the rotation going forward here, hopefully sooner than later. In the short term, we're going to designate Michael Tonkin for assignment, and we'll have another move as far as adding tomorrow morning.
Do you feel like that error rattled Tempest? Do you feel like he could have maybe come back in the next couple innings, settled down?
I don't know if he was really rattled. I think that there was obviously what we talked about before the game. You go out there and you're facing a really good lineup, and you haven't had that chance for a while. But I thought he was making some pitches. Obviously once we made the miscue, he started leaving a couple pitches over the middle. He got behind Betts and he got him on, and then Pedroia left that slider in the middle. But there were some things that you try to be encouraged about, even though it turned out to be not a particularly good outing for him as a whole.
Tonkin's been here a long time. Why hasn't it really taken off for him yet?
He's my compliments are along the lines of a guy who takes the ball and hasn't had a chance in terms of pitching maybe in significant innings very often, but he's provided value along the way, and just encourage him to look this as an opportunity, even though there's a lot of frustration, I'm sure, here in the moment. But we'll see how it plays out. I think you guys all have a pretty good idea how that works over the next week or so.
Heading into tomorrow with Santana and Sale.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that match?
It's a nice matchup. I think you got 1-2 in the ERA here in the early stages. Irvin a little more finesse. Sale's got the big arm. We'll just have to see how it plays out. We're not going to try to make too big of it, big an issue of it, other than the fact that we got a chance to win a series and maybe finish a pretty good homestand, 4-2. So it should be a good game. We're going to have another nice day, and hopefully we can respond a little bit better than we did today.
What did you think of Raczynski yesterday? He did fine.
A couple quick hits. I think 3-4 pitches in, he gave up a couple knocks. But for the most part, he did fine. He gave up the other homer later on, but he was able to milk some innings for us, and which was important as far as for us trying to find a way to get through the game.